She lived life the way she wanted to and made her dreams come true.
Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini, and welcome to your Pick a Card reading. We're going to be taking a look at your life's purpose, and not only from a spiritual perspective for motivation and inspiration and clarity as to what your life's purpose is, but also from a perspective of financial progress and stability with your creative endeavors. So I like to look at creative endeavors whenever we're talking about life purpose, because your creativity and your passion is how you are going to express your life's purpose. Whatever it is that comes naturally to you, that just feels right to you and feels so natural to you, that is an expression of your true purpose. I'm going to close with a spirit animal card, and I love to do that because that's a great way to know what energy is coming to you right now to support you at this time. So I typically do not start with an energy clearing meditation prior to the pick a card readings, but I really have felt like I wanted to do that when I was planning for this reading, because I feel like there are a lot of things going on right now among the collective where we could all use a boost to our vibrational state. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then afterwards I'll put up a screen for you to select your group for your reading. Okay, so beautiful being, go ahead and take a nice deep breath into your nose and out through your mouth. Release any tension that you feel in your body. Allow any fears, doubts, or worries to melt away. Know that this is your time. I see truth, I hear truth, I know truth, and I speak truth. So must it be on all dimensions. Ashe. Alright, that felt good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put up the screen for you to select your group, and I will see you at your reading.
Close your eyes and take a deep, cleansing breath. When you open your eyes, see which group you're most drawn to. If you need to, you can pause the video, but don't overthink it. Just go with what you feel. When you're ready, I'll see you at your reading.
Alright, group one, let's go ahead and take a look to see what message is coming through. You got guardian angel. You are not alone. So I feel like regarding your path and purpose, what is really meant for you, you have at many times felt alone. You felt like there was a lack of support. You felt like at some points in time you may have felt like you just wanted a squad to be there cheering for you, and that's human nature. That's natural, that's normal. That's why family exists, to support you and to give you encouragement. But so often we feel alone because those groups that are there, that exist in our lives, they are not showing the support that we wish that they would. So I feel like there have been times in your life where you have been sort of, you felt isolated. But Divine is letting you know that those times at which you were alone, that's when you were growing the most. And that is really evidence of your strength, because if you are able to make it through a situation without the cheering squad, without the family members that are, in your corner and rooting for you, then guess what? You can do anything. So this is just a testament of your strength. But also this is a indication from Spirit that you are energetically protected. So you might be facing some situations right now that it just feels like there's opposition there. And Spirit is saying that don't worry, you're protected. There are ancestors that are like popping out the woodwork, and they're like, oh no, we're going to protect them. We're going to protect them. It's time for us to step in and to give our support. And so Yeah, you're doing very big things, and Divine does not want you to doubt that. So know that you are not alone, and you are also protected. Also, that angelic energy is coming to you. So that's going to be very helpful to you on your path. As these situations in your life unfold, that will allow you to manifest your purpose in this lifetime. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull some cards related to your specific life purpose. Why did you come to this earth? What purpose are you fulfilling? Okay, so there's something going on here with teaching and education, where you are guiding other people. This is with school, but I see beyond that, I feel like there is something that you are shaping, that you're forming here in this third dimension that is going to expand the knowledge and the awareness of other people. For some of you, this is that you're a spiritual teacher and you are helping other people to reach their state of enlightenment. And Divine is saying that for those of you who are teachers, it's really important for you to release some pressure that you've been putting on yourself to make sure that the people that you help, the people that you guide, the people that you instruct, that they do everything perfectly. Because Divine is saying it just like this. They said, did you do everything perfectly? No, but look at how amazingly wise you are. And look at how far you've come. So you don't have to feel frustrated when the people that you're helping don't perform perfectly, because that's not the purpose. The purpose is for them to learn from their mistakes. And you are there as sort of like this supporting, it's like that guardian angel card. It's like, I feel like that's kind of how you are. That's the energy that you give to others as well, is a protective energy where you are helping to guide them, but you don't have to feel responsible for all of their mistakes. Also strength. So a part of the reason why you came to this into this life is because you want to know your strength. You want to, your soul is proving to your mind how strong you are and the extent to which you are able to push yourself. But this is what's important, is that as you push yourself, because in those situations where we learn our strength, we're tested, right? And it's sometimes exhausting, right? Sometimes you grow tired because you're trying so hard to prove yourself, and to let yourself know just how great you are. But here's the thing, you're going to have to rest too. So Divine is saying that along with those tests of your strength, you need to be resting. And there's no guilt in saying, you know what, I can't do that today. I'm just going to hold off on that and get to it when I get to it, because I got to put me first. And that's what Divine is saying, is to put you first more often. Because I feel like you've been pulled in different directions. And Divine is saying to definitely slow down and to give yourself that time that you need to pace yourself. Okay? So yeah, pace yourself. All right, we're going to take a look at your spiritual gifts, which are going to come through your passions. So this will be really helpful to provide guidance for you to know what gifts you have in this life. Okay, you've got a couple. All right, so you've got becoming. So this lifetime is about you taking huge steps towards your full potential. But it's really important to remember that it's a process. You are becoming. You're not expected to be perfect. You're not expected to be, that's not even the goal. You know, the goal is just to know that you are becoming who you are, and you're getting to know yourself, and really give yourself patience to allow that process to unfold naturally. Don't feel like you have to move forward at such a pace that's, you know, it's tiring, it's exhausting, because you have to go faster. You have to make things, you know, push the process along. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it, and enjoy the process. All right. You've also got old soul. So there are a lot of situations in which you're going to feel like you don't really click with other people around you, or that you don't really connect with them. Not necessarily that you don't understand them, because you are psychic, you are intuitive, but it's because you don't vibe on the same frequency that they do. It's like you're here with such deep passion and motivation, and you're really getting to know life on a deep level, and a lot of the people around you just aren't there at this point in time. And so with being an old soul, sometimes that brings a lonely road or a lonely path. But Divine is saying that you will learn how to take that loneliness and find it to feel like solitude instead of isolation and loneliness, okay? You've got storyteller, so you have a story to tell. I feel like some of you are going to be sharing this via the internet some way, where you're perhaps on social media, or you may be starting a blog or writing a book or a podcast, but there's something that you are really inspired to share. And Divine is saying to not rush the process, but to absolutely be open to it, because you have healing words, and you have a healing past, and you have a healing story. So you're going to bring about so much change, and you're going to inspire so much passion within so many people because you're willing to tell your story. And you have mystifying. So yeah, I just see like you as I see you as a very mystical soul. You are inspired on a spiritual level, which makes you vibrate differently than the people around you. So you are more than likely very connected to things from older generations, from the past, perhaps from ancient Egypt, from and from different continents, from different cultures. I feel like you're a being that doesn't feel like it's like you see the world as this beautiful blend of cultures and of colors, and separation sometimes might feel uncomfortable to you because you see everyone as a spirit. You see people from the soul level and not on the level of, oh, I'm from over here and you're from over there and we're this kind of people and you're that kind of people. You know, it's not about that for you. For you, it's about this oneness. So separation and fragmentation probably feels very uncomfortable for you. But Divine is saying that that's why a lot of the solitude that you've experienced has actually been very healing for you. Because when you're around people who support fragmentation, who support division and, you know, pretending to be something that they're not and not being happy with themselves, and you just feel miserable. And look at what that will do to your vibration. So for you to be alone at certain times of your life is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. In many cases, that has brought you a sense of peace that you really needed. All right, we're going to take a look at creative endeavors, and that's really important when we talk about our life purpose, because creative endeavors, that's how we experience our passion and how we express our true selves and our purpose. So let's take a look at a situation path outcome for your creative endeavor. Okay. And one more for group one. Okay. Oh, I like this. All right, so for the situation, you have 5 of create. I feel like at this time, you're feeling very out of sync with your life's purpose. I feel like you know what it is, and you have experienced enough in life to know what you don't want. But there's this conflict that you feel with moving forward with your creative endeavor and with what's really, really important to you, because there's an obstacle that you don't want to confront. None of us like, well, some, depending on our natal chart, some of us like confrontation more than others, but I feel like in your case, you really don't want confrontation. You want peace. You want balance. So what's happening is you've kind of come to a halt with your passion, with what it is that you know you are meant to move forward with. And this could be that book with that storyteller card. This could be a book that you have been wanting to write, or a story that you wanted to share on some platform, podcast, whatever. But there's something about you that is meant to unfold, that you're sort of hanging on to, because you feel some conflict between you and your dream. This could be family that's criticizing and that's nitpicking. This could be a lover that you're afraid of disappointing. This could be a social circle, you know. So for your outcome, you've got justice. And so you're going to come to a decision. And I feel like what's going to happen with this justice is that you're going to cut some things from your life in order to make room for your creative passions, to express your creativity. Okay? So those projects that you've been wanting to move forward with, you're going to do it, but you're also going to be willing to cut some ties, or to shorten your work schedule so that you can give more time to what it is that you really want to do. You're making room for what's important. You're making room for your truth, okay? And to be able to express it. All right, let's take a look at a money card for your creative endeavors. Okay, I said 2, so I took 2. Oh, this is 3. Oh my. Okay, so you've got windfall. You've got manifesting. So yeah, a windfall is manifesting. You're going to receive a lot of money, and I can't tell you exactly how this is going to come to you. For some of you, this is going to come through your creative endeavor, but for some of you, this is coming from an inheritance, or from a situation where, you know, maybe you're connected to someone with money, maybe in a relationship with someone who has money, but there's big manifestation here. And it's going to add to your sense of comfort. You've also got mechanic, but you know what I see that as in this situation is the magician card, because it's just the same. It's like taking your hands and using them to manifest something. So you're taking the elements, you're taking the situations that are around you, and you are manipulating those things. And manipulating in this case is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a smart thing. You are manifesting. You're creating a situation that works for you. So you're aligning things in your life to provide more comfort for you, so that you can have more freedom to express your creativity and to do what really matters to you, okay? To do what really matters. All right, I'm going to close. Well, I have, let's see, 2 more decks I'm going to pull from. Let's get some guidance for your creative endeavor, and then I'll pull a spirit animal card. Okay, so Divine is saying to manage. I feel like there's some planning that's going to have to come into play with this windfall that's headed your way, with this increased abundance. You're going to want to make sure that you are smart with it, you know? I have known so many people who have come into money and who have wasted it on really frivolous things that didn't even matter to them 5 years down the road. So you really want to consider, okay, what is my life going to look like 5 years down the road? What kind of investment do I want to make now? Or what kind of business do I want to start now? Or what kind of endeavor do I want to move forward with now that's going to be beneficial to me 5 years from now? Okay. You might want to sit down with a financial planner or a financial advisor and get their take on some things to really plan for your future. Okay. And that's going to put your mind at ease, knowing that those things are taken care of, so that you can just enjoy. All right, let's see what energy is coming to you to support you from the spirit animal world. All All right, you've got Horse, freedom, elegance, and strength. So I definitely detect that freedom. I feel like there's going to be more freedom in your schedule. You're going to, it's so funny because I was putting my makeup on and I had my Echo playing, and she put on the Beyonce song. I forgot what it was. Break My Soul. Yeah, Break My Soul. And it was so good. It was like, and I know there are multiple layers to that meaning, but it really is amazing when you can take charge of your well-being and you take charge of your future and of your present. That's really where the power comes in, is when you're in charge of your present and you say, I'm not going to go down this path. I'm going to go down this one because that's what I want. That's my freedom. And so you're really stepping into your freedom. And that's what this phase is all about for you, is freedom. Okay, but also that strength. That's the second time strength came up. Look at that. That is so relevant to your path. And so, of course, with the strongest people, they're the ones who have worked the hardest. So I don't doubt that you have been through a lot of situations that have just been brutal, energetically brutal. But know that your reward is going to be great. Your reward is going to be great. You are being guided to break free from the chaos and confusion of life. Take action and expand into your new journey, creating balance of the mind, body, and soul. There are new and exciting opportunities waiting for you. All you must do is take the first steps towards them. So move forward, group one, Ashe. All right, let's see. I hope this reading was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care. All right, group two, let's go ahead and see what message Divine has for your life purpose. Oh, all right, they have a lot to say. Group two, you've got High Priest, intend and create. You're being called to manifest. You are at a very active state right now in your path where you're able to manifest a lot. You have that power. So Divine is saying, don't sleep on it. There needs to be balance. Don't work yourself too hard to the point of exhaustion. That is not where we want to be. But move forward because it is time to create and you have that power. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So Divine is saying that as you heal others, you are also healing yourself. So be open to continuing to learn. There are a lot of things that you know at this point, but you're going to know so much more. Let's say this time next year, or even a month from now. You're learning at a very rapid pace because you're evolving spiritually at a very rapid rate. So be open to, I feel like there's someone around you who has shamanic energy, someone who has a very healing energy that you can learn from. There may have been something between you where you thought like, oh, I don't want to really go there. But there is something that you can learn from them. So definitely follow your intuition, but just know that even if you don't bond with someone on a very deep level, you can still at least observe them and learn really great lessons from them. Okay, so be open to learn from someone around you. Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. So there's something that you've experienced with someone. I feel like this was recent, but it has gone on for a long period of time. So it's been affecting you into the recent time, okay, period. But it's gone on for a long time. But Divine is saying that there needs to be peace that you feel within yourself about it, because you really, it's very hard to control what other people do. And you can do that through energy, right? But so many times it's not worth it. It's not worth it to try to influence someone to be at peace if they're really not about that. So I feel like what's coming through is to create peace within your mind about situations in the past that have caused confusion and chaos for you. Release it, not because that person deserves it, okay? But release it because you deserve it. You deserve to be able to let go and to have that freedom where you no longer are bound by that trouble or that chaos that person or those people were bringing. You've also got winter, take care of your needs. So yeah, this is why Divine is saying that there needs to be a balance between that intend and create card, which is very active. It's very masculine energy. That's sun energy. That's like wake up, get up and go. What am I doing? What am I manifesting? What am I making happen? But then Divine is saying, wait a minute now, we need some of that dark winter energy, that divine feminine to come in there and remind you to kick your feet up, to put your little mask thing on, the little blindfold thing on, and just say, look, y'all, if somebody needs me, I am on vacation right now. I'm not here. So you have to put yourself first and say, I'm going to rest and have a balance between those masculine and feminine energies where you're moving forward with what's right for you, but you're also taking time to just rest and restore and renew. Okay, so balance is really important right now. I'm gonna pull from this deck for your life purpose to see what specifically Divine is calling for you for your life purpose. Why did you come here to this earth? Okay, you've got children and light and love. Okay, so you've got, for that light and love, I feel like there is definite healing energy. Energy work is not only about the light, it's also about the dark. But when this light and love card comes up, that's a healing energy. So you are a healer, and you may have noticed that you have reached out to people pretty much all your life, like since childhood. You have wanted to help others. You've had this deep understanding of other people and their emotions and what they've needed. Sometimes you've detected what other people needed before they did. And so that is the sign of healing energy. You've also got children. So I feel like you are, first of all, I feel like you have that beautiful, lighthearted spirit that is so natural within a child. And one thing that Divine is saying is that you still have the beauty of the spirit of a child. You may have experienced something very heavy, something very deep at a young age. And so you have felt like your childhood was sort of robbed from you. But this is a sign that you have still the beauty of the spirit of a child, that wonder, that willingness to just be in amazement and in awe of life and the beauty of life. So you are coming into a time right now where you're really open to the beauty of life. So, and some of you have been called to really work with children. So you may be a teacher, you may be working with foster children, or on your job, you may be helping children as a social worker. So there's something that you have been called to do where you are impacting children. And Divine is saying to know that every single interaction that you have, you are emitting and radiating healing energy. Please don't doubt that. Okay, I feel like you're doubting the healing work that you've been doing. And Divine is saying that in those situations where you doubt yourself the most, that's actually where you're the most impactful. So you don't need to doubt yourself, because you're doing a beautiful job of doing the healing work that's expected of you, or that your soul has prepared you for in this life. You're doing a beautiful job with it. Okay. All right, let's take a look at your spiritual gifts. Okay, that one came out fast. They're saying that's it for right now. Okay, so you've got, you've got Arouser. Okay, so this is about the sacral chakra. This is about the root chakra, where you have the ability to connect with people on such a deep level. And for some of you, you are doing this in a way that is so powerful. And what's coming to mind is that in the ancient days of magic, of the goddess, when the goddess was recognized and worshipped, sexual healing was a real thing. Understanding that you are a beautiful divine being that has a sacral chakra, that has a root chakra, that is able to generate and celebrate your Kundalini energy. You know, it's about this being in your personal life. I feel like this is happening in your personal life, whereas what we saw before with light and love and children, that's in your creative endeavors, that's in your career path that you're taking. This is about your private life. This is your nighttime energy. You're really getting in touch and in tune with your sexuality and how you're able to manipulate energy through sex. And you're learning a lot of lessons at a very rapid rate about that, okay? But yeah, that's powerful. And I love to study Taoism. That's a really wonderful practice if you're interested in sexual magic and moving energy sexually. Taoism is a very powerful way to do that and to learn about those techniques. So yeah, but your sacral and your root chakras are definitely being awakened, and they're playing like this balancing act right now where they're figuring out where they're very comfortable and what works for you. And so I would advise doing some meditations for the sacral chakra and for the root chakra. That's going to be very helpful for you at this time, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get a situation path outcome for your creative endeavor, because that's how this passion plays out, is with our creativity and our passion. So let's see how that is moving along. Got a situation, path, and outcome. Okay, all right, group 2. So this is looking really good. For your situation, you have 2 of feel. So this is about connection. The connection between 2 souls. So there's something happening in your life right now where you are connecting with another energy, with another person. This could be an entity. This could be a person at work. This could be, it could be anyone, but you're connecting with someone or something that is leading to your abundance. For some of you, this is playing out with the manifestation of a relationship that you've wanted, that is going to allow you some freedom or some abundance, where there will be an alteration to your role that you play, okay? Whether it's how many hours you work a week, or how many hours you have a day to work towards your creative endeavors, or to establish and make those creative endeavors flourish. There is a change that's happening because of an emotional connection. This could be someone that you met online that is going to hand over some abundance or give you word of an abundant venture, okay? Something that's very prosperous for you. What Divine is recommending that you do is just flow. You might be like not trusting it a little bit. You might be like, what is this? And kind of wondering where this came from or why this is happening. Divine is saying, don't doubt it. Don't second guess it. Just flow. Just go with it. Just move forward. And the outcome is 10 of Earth, which is stability in your finances, in your home. This is going to lead to some prosperity for you that leads to something down the road that is stable. It's not just for the moment. This is sort of, I see this as an opportunity to start an investment or to start a business. It's something that's going to yield fruit as far as prosperity is concerned over an extended period of time. Okay? So, yes, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Receive those blessings. Ashe. Okay. I'm going to pull a card for money. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, Divine is saying that there is, like, this is a heads up to not be discouraged about your progress. This is the halt card. But Divine is recommending that you network. And what's coming to me is that I feel like with this Two of Cups card for your creative endeavor, Divine is pointing you in the direction of a situation where you're connecting with someone to help you with your finances or to help you with your creative endeavor and your passion. But it may appear as though there's a halt, but you can move forward. This networker card is telling you to connect with others and to trust at this point in time. That's not to say to always trust everyone. No, absolutely not. But there is some prosperity that's waiting for you within your creative endeavor and how you express your passion at this time. So move forward with it. All right, Divine is also saying book clients. So you are going to have an increase in business. You're going to have an increase in your number of connections that you have with people who are interested in your service and who are, or your services, and who are willing to support you and what it is that you do for your passion, to express your passion. You're going to experience more support and more financial support as well. Financial abundance. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and close with a spirit animal card. Well, that was quick. All right, you've got the koala, optimism, harmony, and balance. Optimism, harmony, and balance. All right, it says, you're being guided to find the harmonic balance of your mind, body, and soul. Focus on your heart's desires. Focus on what it is that you really want. Don't worry about pleasing others. Don't worry about making others happy. Just focus on what it is that you truly want, okay? Live your life with purpose, passion, and joy. Yes, that is always going to lead you in the right direction. All right, group 2, I hope that this reading was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care. Hello, group 3. Let's go ahead and see what messages Divine has for you for your life purpose. All right, so there's something that you are unleashing within. And I feel like this is something related to your purpose that has been like you've held back because you felt restricted. You felt maybe some conflict as far as what you truly feel within you and what society said was right for you. But you're about to let all of that go. So you are really allowing your truth to unfold. You've also got the Lady card. So this is like Empress. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. So know that as you let go and you allow your truth to really reveal itself, you're going to be rewarded for that. I feel like there's a fear that you have of putting yourself out there and showing people the real you and then not being accepted. And sometimes on your path, you may feel like that from time to time because we don't always feel supported every minute of every day, because then we'd never be tested, right? But Divine is saying that ultimately your effort will be met with great success and with a lot of gratitude from other people who have been in the same situation as you. They have felt rejected. They have felt like they were on the outskirts of society. They have felt like they were being judged and criticized. So you are an example to them. No pressure, but just know that there are people out there who need to see you shining the way that you do. And of course, you have your time where you don't shine. That's all right. We all, it's exhausting when you want to shine all the time. We're not made to do that. Nothing blooms all year round, right? But when you do shine, it is going to be such a meaningful example to others. And the impact that you are going to have on them is that you will inspire them to live their truth as well. Okay? All right, so let's see what Divine is saying for your life purpose. Okay, they flew out of there, so I'm very curious to see. Okay. So I feel like if you're not already, well, I am not Reiki attuned, but I do pranic healing. So whatever it is, whatever kind of energy work, if you're not already Reiki attuned, or you're not doing pranic healing or prana shakti or whatever, these are all just different ways of radiating and channeling energy, right, to others. But no matter what it is that you're going to do, you are headed in that way, where you are learning. For a lot of you, you're teaching yourself how to do this. For some of you, you may have a mentor that's showing you some things, but ultimately this work is best when it's done in private, and you are learning how to move energy through your body. Because if you master energy moving through your body, then you can master anything. Okay. So yeah, there are a lot of Taoist practices that are very good for moving energy and focusing on how you're moving that through your body, but you are extremely energetically sensitive. So, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because you also got the body work card. So that's about moving energy through other people and through yourself as well. So you're learning how to do this. For some of you, you've been doing this for quite a while, but you're extending and deepening your awareness and your sensitivity and your knowledge of how to do this. So it's like very natural to you, but you're really taking the time now to hone in on that practice and to be able to do this well for others and for yourself as well. Divine is saying don't skip out on doing this body work, this energy movement for yourself. Because as an energy worker, you are going to have times where you just need to say, okay, I'm not healing anybody else. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any readings. I'm just doing me. So you're going to have times like that where you need to just pause and say, okay, yes, this is my purpose, to help others, to heal others, but I also need to heal myself. So take time to do that as well. Okay? All right, I'm going to pull some cards for your spiritual gifts. Let's see what Divine is saying there. They're saying pull one more. Okay. So you've got telepathy and wild child. So with the wild child, there's this rebellious side of you. And it's beautiful because sometimes the way that manifests is where you're not afraid to break the rules. You're moving past that point where you were like, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to step on any toes. Now you're like, you know what? I'm going to be me all day. I don't care what you think of it or what you think of it or I'm just going to be me. And that's a beautiful place that you are coming to. Also for telepathy, you do have the ability to tap into the thoughts and the feelings, the emotions of others. And you're aware of these multi-dimensional differences and nuances, and that can be overwhelming sometimes. But as you experience more within these different realms, it's necessary to give yourself patience, but you will get to a point where you're very comfortable with it. And even if you had reached that point before and you feel like you're kind of stumbling now, it's okay, because you're just making adjustments for your growth. Okay? But yeah, you are definitely able to connect with others and on a soul level. I'm going to lay a spread for situation, path, outcome for your creative endeavors. Okay. All right. So you have, for your situation, you have universe. So this is about being complete. This is about reaching a level and getting to a place where you feel complete right where you are at the phase where you are now. It's not about wanting to be in a different place with your path and purpose. It's about appreciating where you are now and feeling complete and whole and content with your present situation. For your path, you have the Chariot, will. So you are going to experience a renewed sense of contentment because you know now where to focus your energy. You are feeling at peace now where you didn't feel at peace before, where you were asking a whole lot of questions and saying, well, what is this supposed to be and how should this look? No, now you are finding contentment in the present and where you are because you are understanding where to direct your energy. It's not a mystery to you anymore. And a lot of the questions that you have presently are going to very soon be answered for you. So divine is saying just hold on. The parts of the puzzle that seem to be missing, you are going to see signs, and please be open. This is a reminder to you. This is a heads up to open your eyes, your spiritual eyes, your third eye, to the dreams, to the visions, to the synchronicities. Those things that you're hearing, like when you listen to a song on the radio and it seems to be speaking to you, yes, Ashe, it is. So open up to that, because those are those synchronicities that are going to guide you to your truth, okay? And for your outcome, you have 3 of think. So I see this as a renewed sense of confidence and this is confidence that has come from grief, though. This is confidence that has come from, and it's so amazing to me because I've never seen such a positive, like meaning for the 3 of Swords. I never really see that as positive, but in this case, it really is, because it's strength that you have achieved through difficulty, through grief. And it's about you saying, yeah, I've had my heart broken. I have experienced difficulty. I have been in a very negative, low vibrational state. But you know what? That's not where I am right now, because that's not where I choose to be. And you're learning how to work with your thoughts, how to guide your own thoughts on a different level. Yeah, wow. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card for money. So let's see what comes through there. Great, you've got options. I like that, you've got, because I always say you've got before I present the card, but you have options, literally. You have stability and easy does it. So divine is saying that options are coming to you where you didn't have them before, and you're going to have a lot more opportunities to make choices that you felt like had to be made for you before. You're going to have more freedom with your finances. But divine is saying also easy does it, because sometimes when you experience that abundance or that prosperity, or those lessons that you learned where you're more powerful and you just feel more empowered from within, it's important to kind of slow your roll a little bit, and sometimes just make sure that you're pacing yourself and setting goals and still paying attention to those words of wisdom and those cautions that you feel within yourself to not spend too much money or to not go wild with something on a spending binge or, you know, something like that. So just easy does it, Divine is saying, but you definitely have a lot of stability that's coming to you. And this is, I feel like this is with a promotion on your work. You're making more money, you're earning more money. And, you know, for some of you, you've been giving time and energy to your creative endeavors so long that you've really been wanting to manifest this stability. So this is a big deal. But yeah, just remain balanced. That's the key right now at this point in time. To recognize your progress and to celebrate it, but not to get caught up with it to the point where you forget to balance the realities of, you know, the bills and things like that, and just maintain a certain level of financial health that is beneficial to you. Okay. All right. The advice from Spirit is to analyze. So this is with your creative endeavor. Really take time to step back and say, okay, what are the numbers? How much am I earning? How much do I need to earn in order to make this work? Sometimes you do have to go back to that place of reality and financial situations that are like right there in front of our face. The bill that's due. And sometimes it can be a fearful thing to face this because you feel like it's something you don't want to really have to deal with. But it's empowering to know when you sit down and you add up your finances and you look at the percentages and you really do that work that's necessary to know all the details. It does empower you. And a lot of times, I feel like what's going to happen is once you start to investigate more with your finances, you're going to realize that there are a lot of things that you could do without, that you could cancel, maybe subscriptions or things like expenses that you just don't need anymore, that you hadn't even really thought about recently. You know, it's very easy to forget these things. So take some time to just sit down and look at your finances from a very practical standpoint, so that you can see what's needed to let go of and to encourage you to move forward with. Okay, so for your spirit animal card, you've got the sea turtle. That's about survival, ancient wisdom, and endurance. So what Divine is telling me there is that on your path, things have not happened as quickly for you as you had hoped, and that's human nature. I can think of a million times when I felt like that in my life, but it's like, but when it happens, oh my goodness, is it good? So your endurance is going to be rewarded. Just remain in a place where you put your well-being first and stay dedicated to moving forward with your life's purpose. Even if it doesn't look the way that you see it, where you want it eventually to manifest and to become, just know that where you are right now is extremely important and it's extremely valuable. So value it and honor it. Honor where you are today, right now in this moment. And you're going to be so much better prepared for tomorrow, for the next moment. Okay? All right, group 3, I hope this reading was helpful for you. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care.